Greetings, everyone. This is Payment Lorenzo, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, we are having a bonus day here for the UK Europe class of the January class of the 5-day podcast launch challenge because we were not able to finish last night, and plus there's one topic that needed more time. So I was happy, and I'm happy to do so because I really want to make sure that you guys to help you guys and that there is no confusion. So let's get going. So first of all, I'm going to be sharing with you something I haven't done before in any other free 5-day challenge. And that is, I'm going to be literally sharing with you content from my academy. And because this is part of my academy, is way beyond the scope of the little 5-day free challenge. So I'm going to be talking to you about hosting. Let me do slideshow here. Do you guys see my screen? Yes, yes, no, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes, I can see it.
Good. Thank you. So we're going to be talking about hosting and submitting your podcast to directories. So again, I'm going to be talking about what is a hosting and the various hosting available. What's one I've been using for the past almost 4 years.
Payment.
Yes.
Payment. Have you got the note from Bertha?
No, I haven't checked. What did she
Bertha
say?
was looking for the link.
Oh, okay. Okay, I need to then. Come on. Link. Need to stop sharing. Bertha. Okay, thank you, James.
So I've just reposted for her, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. I'm sending it directly to her on WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, we are in. Come join us. Perfect. Okay. Okay, let's resume then. Okay. Do you guys see my screen? And now it's full glory. Okay. I want to make sure that your cats also have a good, clear view of everything, James.
As long as he doesn't sit on the bloody keyboard and turn it off, we'll be fine.
Well, at least you'll have any cup of coffee or anything on the table and spill that over, make a mess. All right. Why I'm here already? Someone. Oh, Bertha. Why it's not allowing me to go back? Come on, what's going on? Why is it? Okay. Okay. So this is it. Let's share again. Sorry, little tech issue. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Hello, Bertha. Good morning. Thank you for being with
Hello,
us.
Payment. Sorry, I don't know. I was behind one door.
No worries. You're always on time. You're exactly.
Morning.
Okay. So as I said, today we're going to be talking about the first 20, 30 minutes about hosting because that's something that was not clear. Just want to make sure I'm going over and beyond to ensure that you guys are gonna to help you. What I'm teaching you here is not part of the free 5-day challenge. What I'm teaching you today is exactly one of the modules from week 2 of my academy. I've never done that before for the free class. I'm going to do that with you because I really want you guys to help you.
Because we're worth it.
Absolutely. You know why, James? One of the reasons is because of your 2 cats. You want me to spill everything from my academy? Bring all your cats. Well, no, I'm not a cat. I'm more dogs. You know.
Well, me too. But we are what we have.
Exactly. I miss our golden retriever / Labrador back in Canada. That boy completely stole my heart. Absolutely stole my heart. Anyways, so hosting. So we're going to be talking about that for the first half. And then after that, we're going to resume where we left off yesterday's content. And in between, I will ask each of you to do a quick testimonial. It's going to be fun, 2-3 minutes, 1 minute. And at the end, I will have a special exclusive invitation for you guys. So let's get going. So what is hosting? So hosting is basically where your podcast episode will be located online. This is where you upload your files, especially audio. You can also do video as well, but it's mostly audio. And they help keep and store your audios and distribute them to all the directories such as Apple, Google, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, and so on and so forth. Do you guys know what hosting is? Does any one of you already uses a hosting for your audio podcast? Raise your hand if you do. No
Nope.
one? Okay.
No.
No worries.
No.
No worries. So hosting, basically, there's a lot of options available I'm going to share with you in terms of hosting for your podcast. The top 5 most popular ones. And again, these are not the best. You're the one that are the most popular. You have Buzzsprout, Podbean, Libsyn, Simplecast, Megaphone. The one I've been using is Podbean. Podbean for me does everything. It has a free option as well as a paid option. If your podcast is listed 30 minutes per episode, then the free option, especially if it's less than 20 minutes, that might be enough for you. But if your podcast is over 30 minutes each episode, then you may need to invest in the paid one. And the paid one is about $15 if you pay monthly, or if you pay annually, is about $10. So, and then what I like about Podbean is that Podbean is the easiest to use. It has unlimited bandwidth. So, for example, my podcast is about an hour. It used to be even 2 hours, so I don't have to worry about limitations. And it's very easy. You just upload your audio file from your computer into your dashboard at Podbean, and then from there, with a click of a button, you spread them across all the platforms such as Spotify, Apple, Google, and so on and so forth. And of course, you have free options as well for Anchor FM and Podbean as well. So there's many options. So basically, it's just a host. That's all it is for your audio version. And again, you can select whichever of those. Do your own research. You don't have to go with any of those 5s. You can choose whichever you want when you're ready to launch your audio podcast. See which one you like the most, not just in terms of price, but also in terms of other, factors like storage. I would highly recommend to look into one that has unlimited storage and bandwidth, because as I said from the beginning, set yourself up for success. That means don't try to save a buck or two now, but get the thing that will allow you to win. You will be committing to doing something. A podcast is like a plant or like a baby. You have to nurture it, you have to water it for months and years, and that's when you really see the benefit, the fruits. So get one that will give you a peace of mind down the road, a few months down the road, a few years down the road, that you will be good. Ease of posting your content to all the major platforms. So you want to look for one that once you upload your audio file from your computer to your dashboard at whatever service provider you choose, all you have to do is just click on a button and it's going to automatically spread it to all the other platforms such as Spotify, Google, Apple, and all that. Also, stats are important. So choose a host that has a very complete and robust set of stats for your episode. I will show you my dashboard. I will log into it in a moment, as well as easy sharing options on social media like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and all that good stuff. And of course, good monetization options. So look into all of that. So the one I've been using has been Podbean, and that's the one I've been recommending to my student because it's very easy. It's the best one. Unlimited storage, inexpensive. It's about $15 if you pay monthly and $9 if you pay annually, and allows you to easily share all your episodes to all the major platforms. And it gets a very solid set of stats and dashboard for you, and also to for social media sharing. So this is the options for Podbean. So the one thing that you have to be careful if you go for the basic free, you only have up to 5 hours of audio per month. So that's what I said. If your episodes are less than 30 minutes, then the free option is good enough. But if your episodes are longer, 45 minutes to an hour, and especially if you go all in and you do one podcast episode a day, Monday to Friday, then definitely you will need to invest into the unlimited audio at $9 a month. So, but if you do one podcast a week, then the free is all you need. So pretty straightforward. Go on the website, podbean.com, and you have all this information. So that's my affiliate link. But if you sign up for this, you will get 1 month free. So again, you don't have to take it, but if you do, you'll get an extra little bonus. And so once you log into the actual Let me actually do that. Let's do that live. 1 second. Instead of just showing you screenshots. Give me 2 seconds to log into mine. Okay, where is this? Okay. Podbean. Oops. Podbean.com. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen so you can see every step of the way. Do you see my screen at Podbean's homepage? So I'm gonna log
Yes,
in.
I see it.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna go with my Google account. Dip. My dashboard. Yes, my audio is a bit behind. I have only 70 episodes on my audio because my focus has been exclusively on YouTube. On YouTube, I have over 369 episodes. So yes, there's some catching up to do, but
Raymond, can I ask, how does it, so you've got audio and video. So if you do one podcast on camera with audio, are you splitting them, or do
great
you just
question.
do audio, or do you just
Yes,
do video?
yes and no, but if you record your episode on Zoom, then Zoom automatically gives you two files at the end of each call. One audio, one video. Zoom automatically extracts the audio for you. So that's one less step for you to do. This is why I love using Zoom, because Zoom is the easiest one. Zoom extract the audio file for you. So each time you record, you finish especially if you record a video on Zoom, you get two files, one audio and one video. So you would upload the video from your computer onto your YouTube dashboard, and you would upload the audio file from your computer into your dashboard at, for example, Podbean.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Does that answer your
Well,
question?
Yep.
Why do you
perfect.
need YouTube and Podbean?
YouTube is for video. Podbean is, again, you don't have to go with Podbean. Podbean is one option. That's the one I've been using. The audio version, you need to have a hosting like Podbean, for example, because some people would love to prefer to listen to podcasts in an audio format and some in a video. Just like, for example, on your
Okay.
phone, you have an app that's for podcasts. You go there, you browse, you choose among all the millions and millions of podcasts. You listen to them on your phone, and all of those podcasts that you have on your phone, on the Apple iTunes app or the Spotify app, they all have a hosting. Like, for example, Podbean. This is what I'm trying to. This is what hosting means.
Okay. I
Okay.
didn't get it because I haven't listened to podcasts.
Okay.
Not
Maybe time to
many
start.
anyway. Yeah.
Maybe time to
Okay.
start.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see my
Okay.
account here. No, this is not what
I'll
I
shut
want.
up again.
What is it? No. No. Let me go back to, where are my shows? Okay. Okay, also Podbean gives you a kind of a website for your a very basic website for your where every episode is going to be listed. But I recommend you have your own website, or even better, you just create a tab onto your existing website. You just put podcast, you just upload them there. Okay, let's see. Where's my audios? Where are they? So as you can see, I haven't done much with those, but I'm still getting 929 listens and downloads and all that. So again, without doing any, I haven't touched this. So where do I? Okay, where is it? Maybe here, profile, my account, maybe. Okay. No, this is not it. Voila, there. Podcast dashboard. That's what I was looking for. So as you can see, these are my stats. Not very impressive because I don't even put any effort to it, but still. When you have your episodes, so for example, let's upload an episode, for example. I'm not going to do it here, but just to show you. You can upload audio file when you click on here from your computer. It just opens a computer and then you select the files. I don't have any audio files on my computer. I have them on my external hard drive, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to show you once you've uploaded them, they come here. This is the last one I uploaded, which is from way back from 3 years ago, episode 71. So you can fill all information. You can put, this is the audio file at the top. You have the title, and then you just copy paste the show notes, the summary from your YouTube channel. You can use them here as well. And that's it. You already have your cover art. This is an old one. I need to update it. And that's it. Once you're done, you just, here it says update, but I'm not updating. You can just say publish. And let me show you something else. Distribution. This is what I was showing you on the slides. See, you have all the different main biggest platforms: Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Listen Notes, Podchaser, Boomplay, and so on and so forth. So if you want to, once you sign up, whether it's with Podbean or another one, whenever you want to, the first time that you sign in, first time that you're starting, if you haven't done it before, you will need to apply to each of these platforms. And to apply, you just need to click on each of them. It's going to take you exactly step by step. This is an actual video, short video from Apple, how to apply to Podbean. Just follow the instructions, very straightforward. And then you'll be able to be approved within maybe an hour or two. And you do the same thing for each platform. The three, there you have 10 here. The top 5 I would recommend are Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Player FM, and they used to have Google, but they don't have Google anymore. Okay, it doesn't matter. So the top 4, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio, and maybe Player FM. These are the biggest one. Just apply, click on each one. For example, let's do Spotify. Okay, you just, have a podcast title and a podcast description, upload an original podcast logo with this, dimensions, at least one podcast category. You select that, publish at least one episode. See, they require at least one. I've been telling you to have at least 5, because when someone is looking to explore and discover a new podcast, they want to binge listen. So make sure you give them at least bare minimum. Even though they say only 1, I would recommend at least 10, or the absolute minimum 5. And then you upload them to them, and that's it. And you just click on next, you follow the instructions, and it's very straightforward. And you do that for all of these, for Podbean. Podbean. You can also do it on Podbean as well, one of the most popular podcast apps for both iOS and Android. So again, do you guys follow me so far?
Yes.
Conceptually, yes.
It's very, honestly, it's not
A
as
bit.
overwhelming as it sounds. Once you're sitting in front of your computer, actually going through step by step. I know I'm going a bit fast, but once sitting in front of your computer, you just go one by one. The first one is Apple's podcast. Very easy. You have not only instructions step by step, but also you have a short video. If you click here, this
Apple
is
Podcast is a popular place for iOS device listeners to discover and subscribe to podcasts.
so it tells you exactly how to apply, how to register, and all that. Very basic language. This is what I wanted to show you guys today. Very easy. And once you've applied, maybe it's going to take you 1 hour, 2 hours to get approved. Once you're approved, you're good to go. And before you apply, I would recommend you have at least 5 episodes recorded. Even, for example, Spotify suggests at least 1. Yeah, even Apple request at least 1. So again, you can start applying to these platforms as early as you've done your first episode. Remember the first episode I recommended you guys to do, which is the one that you introduce yourself. Remember that one I shared with you yesterday? Keep it short, 5-10 minutes. Tell your story, who you are, what's your background, why are you starting this podcast, what message are you trying to convey, to who's going to benefit the most from listening to it, and how can people get in touch with you. So go go to the slides from yesterday, fire up your Zoom account, and then speak from the art 10 minutes about that, and that's your video number one and your audio number one, and you can start uploading that to whichever platform you go with. If it's Podbean, it's pretty straightforward. Whatever other you feel like going with, just follow the instructions. And then within an hour, at most a day, once you get approved, then you come here. You would come into, let me see, episodes, public, okay. Does it say, okay. Oh, it even gives you transcripts. Beautiful. I didn't even notice that. Okay, powerful. Media manager, let's see. These are all my audios, as you can see here. Okay, you can upload a new one, new episode. It's very straightforward. Let's go back to distribution. And from here, once you have your episodes, you can click on social share. From your dashboard, you can automatically spread your podcast, share them to all of your social media. You would need to connect them to your social media. Just log in. Let's, for example, take a look at Facebook. Connect Facebook account. Very simple. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, continue as payment. Leader with a heart. Post link. Upload as a no. Post link. Upload this video. No. Post link. That's it. That's it. See, guys, so easy. I just connected my Facebook account to this. So if it's blue, it means it's connected. If it's black, it means not connected. I haven't done it yet, but I will do it as well. So it's very straightforward, guys. Once you sit down in front of your computer, in front of your back office, you go at your own pace. It's very, very easy. The whole thing should take you less than 20 minutes to set up, to apply to all of those, and to link your social media to your Podbean account, for example. Do you guys follow me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask a question
Sure.
about Audible. I saw, as you were scrolling, I saw Audible in there. I just don't know if you have used anything with that before. Is it the same thing that we use for books?
Yes.
Audio books.
Yes. On Audible, there's an option also not only to listen to books you've bought, but also to listen to existing podcasts, and those are free. So again, this is how you do it. So let me go back one step. You see in the list here of podcast apps under distribution, you have Amazon Music and Audible. You just click on it.
Yeah.
You just follow the steps. Very easy. Have a podcast title and podcast description. Upload an original podcast logo. They give you dimensions, at least one podcast category. Publish at least one episode, MP3 audio files only, and you click on next. That's it.
Oh, I see.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
Okay.
What about, say, for instance, the couple of podcasts I've done with you?
Yeah.
They would be on your platform or
Yes.
portal, whatever you call it.
I can
But
send you.
what if I
send
if
you.
I wanted to put them on mine as well to make sense?
You can, absolutely, you can.
Ah, okay.
I can send you, and I will send you. Well, I can send you both the video and audio files, so you can upload the video to your YouTube channel, and the audio to your hosting dashboard.
Well, at the moment, I've put a link. I've just put a link so that people can follow and go to it.
That's one way. That's one way. But if you
One
want to,
way.
for example, upload and add the podcast I did with you, as me interviewing you,
Yeah.
onto your dashboard, so people can listen to it on the phone among the other podcasts.
Yeah.
Then you will need to upload it to for example, to your dashboard on Podbean, for example.
It makes sense then that I don't need to do it all over again. I don't
No,
need to
exactly.
do.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my slots payment
What slot?
for your podcast. So you to
yeah,
interview
absolutely.
me.
Book a time book a time and we'll rock and roll. Book a time for next week. You have my Calendly, and we'll
Okay.
rock and roll. James, any
Okay.
questions?
None yet.
Okay, clear as mud, right?
Absolutely followed you until you began speaking.
Then I will just sit. Whoops. I'll just sit here and look
No,
pretty.
so conceptually everything is fine. It'll kick in when I'm ready to do it, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk and we'll do it.
Yes, honestly, it looks a bit overwhelming, but as soon as you sit in front of your computer and you
Yep.
go to this yourself, you will see. Take a deep breath, and you will. It's
Yeah,
gonna.
no, that's the bit for me. It's the practical, so recording fine. And for me, it's the really simple baby steps. Where do I store it?
Yep,
How do I upload it? How
that's
do I
it.
edit it? It's those very simple steps. With
Yeah,
once I've done it once or twice,
yeah,
it will then be easy.
that's it.
And how
And
do you get people to go to it?
now that's
I think
something
just force them.
that is way beyond the scope of this
Okay.
even this challenge, but just promote it the way you would, to your list,
Yeah.
to people. Some people even, promote them through advertising. They put, say, $5 a day on Facebook, on YouTube, on Google, on LinkedIn to advertise them. I'm not saying you should do that, but that's also an option,
Mm.
depending on where you are,
Mm.
in your business path. So it's really your call. You promote it the way you would promote anything else you're doing.
I just want people to listen to the one I did with you because that makes
thank you.
sense. So
Thank you. Well, then in that case, you can use those videos, those links, you can post them on your website as a
I've
reference.
got a website now.
Okay, no worries, no worries. On your social media, on your Facebook page, on your LinkedIn,
Yeah.
on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I have created a playlist for me and you because we've done more than one episode. So you can just send them the playlist. They will see the link to both of the calls we've done so far.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Let
I'm
me-
no good at this promotion, and somebody said, a marketing man said to me the day, "You've done so much," he says, "but you're invisible."
all right. Anyways, pretty straightforward. Let's move forward. I'm gonna stop the sharing here, and I shared with you guys the slides. These slides a couple of days ago. Make sure you go through the slides because the slide basically walk you through every step. These are from my academy. These are not from the challenge. I've never shared these before. People have paid me money for that.
Thank
So
you.
I'm just sharing this with you guys just as my way of going over and beyond. So go to
Thank
all of
you.
these step by step with screenshots, videos, everything you need. And that's it. So pretty straightforward. Let's move on from here.
Thank you. When did you share it? I can't see it.
On the Facebook, on the YouTube, on the
WhatsApp.
yes.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think I did it the day we talked about. Let me find it. Creating a podcast assets.
See the day they
Right.
were calling me. There was a day I just left a bit.
You know what? I'll share it right now again, just so I can. I make sure you guys get it. Where is it?
Thank
Share.
you.
And please, please, please don't share that with anyone else outside.
Mm.
I'm only sharing this just for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because again, these are things that people paid me up to £4,000 for, and for my academy, and I'm doing this because you're friends. So, okay, here, podcast. There you go. I just shared it inside the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
All right, let's move forward.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Let's move to where we. Okay. Before we do that, let's do something fun. I'd like to ask you a quick testimonials, each of you. 1 or 2 questions. Let's get started from the top left corner, and that is, guess who? Christine.
Every time it's Bertha on the top.
Christine. So, hi, Christine. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So let me, how do I do this? Okay, I'll do the slicing and all that later. Hello, Christine. Let me repeat it. Hello, guys. I'm here with Christine Lester, one of the current attendees and graduates of the podcast launch challenge of the class of January 2025. Christine, I just would like to get your overall thoughts about the challenge that you just completed.
Amazing. 5 days of you inputting all your wide range of knowledge and what you've given us in terms of what we could do and how we could do it and how we could move forward. We couldn't ask for more, to be honest.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What was the part that really stood out for you in the challenge?
Oh gosh, that's hard to choose one thing. I don't know. I think I'd need to think about that. There's so much. Every day was packed full of information and how we could do it, and creating the group, the group as you have done, so that we all inputted and we all learned from something.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What has been so far your biggest takeaway? Your biggest aha moment?
How we can actually do it ourselves. How we can get information about ourselves out there by something that people will log on to and listen to. They can listen to easily if they're driving along in the car. It's they can listen to it by the time they get to the end of their journey. They know what we're about. That's for me the most. It's a new thing, isn't it? Podcasts. It's still fairly new, and people still need to know how comprehensive it is in what it can give.
Absolutely. And if someone is looking into podcasting, would you recommend them to attend a future podcast event?
Oh, definitely. I put a thing today on LinkedIn saying that that I think they should go to you and they should use. I know lots of people are getting involved in podcasts, but I think what you do, the 5 days, is just amazing. It's just full of information. It's hard to choose one day or one piece of information. It's so much.
Thank you.
Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know about podcasting.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Means the world to me. Thank you. Next, I don't know which one of you I'm gonna go next for. Maybe I will do the three of you, James. You and your entourage.
Yeah, my menagerie.
Exactly. So, James, what are your overall thoughts about the 5-day challenge you just completed?
Well, it's beginning to make real something that I hadn't fully focused on. So it's actually making sense of it. It's showing me that whilst I may not fully understand all the component parts, it's completely straightforward and logical, and that I don't need to be as nervous about it as I was.
Absolutely. It's really common sense, speak from the heart, build trust, build rapport, all the things you already know instinctively well, and just put them into practice. And as far as the tech side is not complicated. YouTube is your best friend, and I'm here as well to help you when you need it. What part of the challenge really stood out the most for you, and what has been your biggest aha moment?
The structured process going through who's my audience, who am I serving, why am I serving? There was a very logical, structured process, which is very similar to branding. They're very similar questions to branding, which I'm also doing. So that stood out to me because I'm in the process of doing it for branding purposes. But it also highlighted to me that actually they are remarkably similar. So when I'm preparing for this, it will be related to what I'm doing anyway. And there's some interesting questions in there for me, but that was a very useful part. And the second part, very quickly, was the ability to then stream it across all a whole range of different platforms simultaneously.
Absolutely. What do you think of the support I provided during the course of these 5 days?
You've been supporting us? No, sorry, don't put that on. The your generosity is always very wonderful, and you over-deliver as always.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If someone is looking into podcasting but is kind of unsure, would you recommend them to have a chat with me and attend the future upcoming 5-day challenge?
100%. If anybody's thinking of podcasting and you're either uncertain of how to do it, where to do it, or why you're doing it, then I would recommend Payment 100% to help you on every step of that journey.
Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. George, good morning.
Good morning.
So, what are your overall thoughts about the 5-day challenge you just completed?
My overall thoughts. Wow. I was ready. I was ready to learn. I have never been in the world of podcasting. And Payman, you took us through it gently. I feel that these 5 days, the knowledge that you have shared with us is equal to, going to an academy, and you just, you took us through it literally detail by detail. So yeah, I feel ready.
Good. Just get going. What was the part that really stood out for you, and what was your biggest aha moment?
The part that stood out for me is when you asked us to think about our zone of genius. That screamed out for me. It allowed me to just think, what is it? What is the message? What is the brand? That was so important because I'd never thought about that before, and that stood out tremendously.
Delighted to hear that. What did you think of the support I provided you guys?
Oh gosh, honestly, I'm sorry to apologize to you in advance because you now have your online stalker. I will be venturing on everything that you do. The support that you gave, as James has said, has been your generosity, sharing with us, things that you share with everybody. But I felt lucky. I felt fortunate to be in this group, not only with you, Payman, but with the group that we have. I feel very, very lucky, and it was a complete gift. And thank you very much.
Pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine. If someone is on the fence about podcasting, would you recommend them to have a chat with me and attend an upcoming 5-day challenge?
100%. And if you're in this country, they would be sitting in your garden already, queuing up around the corner. I'm already recommending this. I have a few friends that are thinking about it. This is something that I highly recommend somebody do. If you are interested in doing podcasting, the 5-day challenge with Payment is the way forward.
Thank you. And speaking of that, I haven't been to the UK yet. Just gonna wait until the weather gets better, and I'll be booking my first flight back to the UK, and we'll definitely love to meet all of you guys in person. And I would love to do events in person.
That'd be amazing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Bertha, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Mr. Lorenzo.
Thank you. Thank you. What are your thoughts overall about the 5-day challenge you just attended and completed?
Oh, brilliant. Honestly, Gifty invited me, and I really blessed her for doing that. It's a time, it was, though I was at work, I really did not regret it. I was going to join the first time and see if it is okay, but I realized that I couldn't miss any of them. So I joined up to Friday and even until now. And I just want to say you are kind of, generous, and the way you've open-heartedly, open-mindedly shared and taught us is amazing. Thank you very much.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you for making the time in your busy schedule. What was your biggest takeaway and the haha moment of the week for you?
Yeah, I'm being invited on podcast, being a guest on it. I never thought that I could be a host as well. So, it just from the very first day, the encouragement, the knowledge information you gave us systematically, it gave me the confidence that, oh, great, I could be the host of a podcast as well. So I was so happy about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. What did you think of my support and the support I provided you guys?
Great, priceless, because we could all this piece of information and the knowledge, and we've navigated around the different areas, and it's amazing. We just think that you have been quite generous to us, so we do appreciate. Thank you. Specifically the one thing yesterday or Thursday, you asked us to do the press
release.
Release. Oh my goodness. Because I use the books I've written, and then I did that. Oh, it's brought out kind of a summary of a posh information about me, which I can use to do that.
Wow.
And so I didn't know there is something called that, but when I searched and did that, I've got a nice thing there I can use for kind of advert or
when you mentioned to me on WhatsApp that you did your press release, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy, so proud of you. I love fast action takers, and you've got the right attitude to really crush it. Don't overthink, take action, and go.
Love
that. Love that.
Thank you.
Very welcome. If someone is on the fence about podcasting, and would you recommend them to have a chat with me and attend an upcoming 5-day challenge?
Brilliant. I am going to do that. I've already put it on our, this morning, 7 to 9, we had one teaching, training already, sharing public speaking skills. And so they were all tired, but I put it on the platform. They wanted to join. And I said, it's 5 days. They said, please let them know the next one.
Yes.
And they want to. They want to join in and have a full session with you. So it's already there. They are aware.
I would be
honored.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you. Michele, good morning. Unmute yourself, please.
Good morning.
What are your thoughts about the 5-day challenge you just recently completed?
I came into these sessions blind. I was invited by Gifty, and she said, I really want you to come and experience it. It has stoked so many things in me. I've been thinking about a business idea. I keep thinking about it, then I put it off. Been thinking about it, put it off. And again, I'm back to thinking about it. So I had a conversation with Gifty a couple of days ago. I'm going to see it through. I'm going to push it forward. So I thank you for that. I didn't know anything about podcasts, and I have listened to a few podcasts, especially like when I'm at home and you don't get time to sit down and just listen or read or what have you. I was able, when you're doing your chores, you might be washing the dishes, you might be cooking. You can sit and listen. You could just relax and just listen to it. So I thank you so much for that. I've come in as a novice and know so much more, basically. So I'll thank you for that.
Pleasure's all mine. What has been the biggest takeaway and the biggest aha moment for you this week?
There's been a lot. Like George said, I like the zone of genius. Coming in on that we should use our talents. But also you mentioned about our pain point. And again, that's something that's got me thinking on a separate note. So yeah, I think those are the main two, but also you did a session on having clarity and how important that is as well.
That is everything, yeah.
yeah, so those have been things. Those have been my highlights and things that. Oh yes, I'm going to take that away.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad to hear that. What do you think of the support I provided you guys?
Oh, you're very accommodating. It's nothing is too small or too big for you. You know, I love the fact that you've offered us all 1 hour free brainstorming session, which I'll be taking you up on that. So I think no matter what question we ask, and especially with this session, this additional session,
Mm.
just goes to show you how accommodating you are, and I give thanks to you for that.
Because I want you guys to win. And I sincerely
Thank
care
you.
about
And
your
we will.
success. Absolutely.
We will.
Guess what? When you win, I win as well. You know?
Yay. And also, I just love hearing everybody's stories and how their ideas and how this will help them in the future. That is really inspiration in itself. So
Absolutely.
just hearing everybody else in the group. So they're also like an additional support as well.
Absolutely. If someone is on the fence about podcasting, would you recommend them having a chat with me and attend an upcoming 5-day challenge?
100%. I mean, it's literally 5 hours of your time, an hour every day, which
Yeah.
is nothing when you think what you can do in 5 hours, or how you could waste. You know, sometimes I could be scrolling on social media for an hour. I don't even realize I'm doing it. And you look up and you're like, "Shh, I can sit here doing that." You know, this is a much better use of your time. You know, an hour
Absolutely.
during your lunch break, you could be sitting here eating your lunch, you know, while you find out more about podcasting. So yeah, I definitely would recommend it. And I have been speaking to some friends about, was it like, asking, where did that come from? And I'm just like, I know. But yeah, so
Thank
yeah,
you. I
it's
appreciate
great.
that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It means the world to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all of you guys, for these beautiful words. And I'm tremendously grateful. Thank you.
Can I just
Awesome.
also add,
Please.
can I just also add, the other thing that I was like not surprised, but it was really useful, the fact that you went into the equipment as well. You went that bit further. You was talking about what equipment we can use,
Yeah.
and the apps and the software and the websites and things like that. So these are all additional things that we'd probably have to research. So it's, again, you're getting all of this information in a little nugget. So yeah, that's really useful as well.
Yeah, I'm very
I'll
happy
shut
to
up
hear
now.
that. No. No, I love that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Whatever I can to make you guys win and shine bright and shining, I'll do it. Awesome. Let's move forward now. Let's resume what we left off yesterday.
Bertha's got her hand up.
I wanted to add something as little as it could be. It's only yesterday the app that he gave to us.
Yeah.
I put all my topics, all the teaching, all that. I didn't realize, for copyright sake, checking which one I can put on Facebook, which one I can put here, even my book titles and stuff, it just dawned on me. So as little as it may sound, it is quite heavy, valuable to have all these precious nuggets.
I'm delighted to hear that. You're very welcome. Now, it's one thing for you to have these inspirations, but that's only 5%. The real key now is to implement them. I know you're a fast action taker, because I love what you said about already started crafting your press release like on Thursday night. I was so happy when I saw that on Friday morning. I said, wow, that's a winner. And a winner, you can see it first in the attitude, the action taking.
Yeah.
I'm cheering for you. You've got it, Bertha. You've got it. You're going to win.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very welcome. All right. So resuming now where we left off yesterday, the last key point we talked about was the cost of lack of clarity. We talked about that and how important it is to having a clarity, because clarity is the name of the game. The more clarity you have, the more magnetic your message will be. The more magnetic your message will be, the more compelling your offer will be. And that will, of course, result in more money, because we want to make money. So I also mentioned all of that. Other benefits of having clarity is that you will attract a much higher caliber of prospects, listeners, and clients, because the people that have clarity, guess what? They know exactly what they want, and people have clarity, they're successful. And the people that are successful, they're much more, they understand the benefits of not only they listen to podcasts, but they understand the benefit of self-investing, investing in themselves. They're open, ready, willing, and have the means to invest in self-improvement products, services like yours, mine. And, you know, and as a result of that, your very best client will be your podcast listeners, because you have that connection, that trust with them. As I mentioned to you in the beginning, up to last summer, 100% of my clients have come from my podcast listeners, 100%. Now, do you know of any other platforms, any other medium that can even come close to that? I don't know about you, but I haven't found anything that comes even close to that. So, again, the main cost of lack of clarity is that if your message is, unclear, vague, all over the map, then guess what? It's not going to resonate with anyone. If it doesn't resonate with anyone, you're not going to get any leads, no clients, no revenue, no business. You will face the serious threat of shutting down your business and looking for a job, and nobody wants that. Now, I think this is where we left off. Can you relate with any of these? Are you struggling to get any warm, quality, responsive leads for your business consistently? Raise your hand along the way if you relate with any of these. If you're wondering where the next lead, let alone the next client, is coming from. Are you tired of not being able to be seen and getting the visibility that you crave, that you want in a crowded red ocean market? Are you tired of charging so low that you're struggling to make ends meet? If you've been there, you know that's a very painful place to be. Are you tired of attracting the type of prospect with saying anything over $100 is too expensive, and people that ask you for a payment plan over anything that's $500 or more? Have you been there?
Yes.
And tired of not having a reliable system where you can get your exact ideal avatar leads on demand so that you can get clients organically without spamming, even if you have no audience to start with, in a consistent, reliable, clockwork manner. So of all of these, which one would you say is the one that is currently your biggest pain point in your business where you are currently? The biggest struggle?
Short-term funding.
Meaning?
People who will pay now.
Oh, yes.
Because a lot of work I do is development work. It can be a long time before I see any return on that investment. So what I think I need to do is I need business that is paying me, well, not exactly this minute, but certainly in a month by month, so that that can then mean that releases me to do the long-term work.
Absolutely. Anyone else wants to share your answers?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a combination. How I will put mine is that I'm visible. I give a lot of services and talent, health education out there, but I'm tired of not being able to turn my talent and gift my time. I hardly sleep. I spend my time preparing for health talk, marriage, counseling talk, and all that, which I give in community TV as a guest every now and then, at least 3 a week, 2 a week. But my clients are not paying clients normally to the church populate, and they are not used to paying. Recently, I organized one retreat for married couples, which is a lot of nuggets that is in my book. But the sound of come and pay for hotel bill and let's study together is not there. Everything should be free. So I don't know how I can get clients that will pay.
Well, it all starts with clarity, because once you have clarity, you will attract people that know exactly what they want, and the people that have clarity, they're more successful. They're the means to invest, and they understand the value of time, and they understand. They listen to podcasts. So it all comes down to one thing and one thing only: clarity. The more clarity you have, the more specific you can be, the more magnetic your message will be. And one thing that I always say: don't try to solve all of the issues. There's quite a few people that have multiple talents and gifts. And for those people, I explained that, I covered that last night as well when James asked that question. And I said, focus, even people this morning on the US calls asked the same question. And the answer is the same. You need to really understand your client. And the best way to really understand your clients and your audience is by, remember what I said about your avatar? Your avatar is no one else than yourself just a few steps ago, because you understand yourself better than anyone. And then ask your audience, what is their number one pain point? And then craft your messaging, build your offer around that number one pain point. That's going to do magic. It's going to elevate you as an expert, as a leader, as an authority, and you in the process will be able to give them and to get them the desired dream outcome they want. And once you've done that, it will be infinitely easier for you to help them with pain point number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and everything else they need help with. Because if you try to dump all of your service, tell them, I can help you with this, they will be overwhelmed. And that's helping everyone with all of issues. That's something only God and Tony Robbins can do. We're not God, we're not Tony Robbins, but we're a piece of God. So what we need to do is focus on one specific person with one specific pain point. And that's where identifying your zone of genius is so crucial, so central to everything. That's why clarity is the name of the game. Once you have clarity, you know what exactly you can help people at the highest level and who, then you will attract those people automatically, organically. The people that need you will find you. And it's not about the numbers, because my podcast is still very small, 1,437 subscribers. My videos barely get over 50 views. But I don't mind, because I don't play the vanity metrics game. For me, it's not about the numbers, but about the connection, the trust. Once you leverage your podcast to build that trust, to build that rapport, to have conversations, heart-to-heart conversation with your audience, with your exact ideal prospects, and that's when you will be able to, to make the kind of money you deserve. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool, awesome, perfect. So let's further look into that. If you're looking to skyrocket your visibility and build your authority and be seen as the authority, expert, and leader in your field, and want to connect heart-to-heart conversations with exact ideal audience and attract them organically, so that you can have a system that you can get leads on demand organically, systematically, whenever you want, to your podcast and YouTube channel, and the process finding your voice, amplifying your impact, and sharing your gift. That's something you can do through your podcast. And even more so, especially if you have a high-ticket offer. Because having your own podcast is the bridge for you to connect, to get your foot in the door with your exact ideal audience, have these conversations that can literally open hearts, build trust, build bridges, and open wallets. Literally. Do you guys see that, how this works and how this makes sense and how powerful this is? The entire process I just shared with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a recap of what we covered so far. On day 1, I shared how podcasting completely transformed, changed, and saved my life. On day 2, I shared with you the benefits of podcasting and how podcasting can be tremendously powerful, not just for your business, but also for you as a person. Day 3, we started brainstorming to identify your true zone of genius, your avatar. And I went over helping you to launch your podcast in 3 easy steps. I shared with you my proven blueprint. On day 4, we started and built and created your podcast assets. On day 5, we've been talking about putting it together and monetizing a podcast the right way. So what is the next step? The next step is to implement all of these. Now let's talk about numbers, about math. The math don't lie. It's very simple. If you do one podcast episode a week, you invite your exact ideal prospect on the podcast, provided your offer is on point, then you should be able to get at least one client a month. Now, if you go all in and do one podcast episode a day, Monday to Friday, 5 a week, the offer is on point, you invite the right people, there is no reason that you should not be able to get at least one client a week. How would that benefit and change your business and your life if you're able to have a system that's going to allow you to get one client a week like clockwork? Do you guys see how powerful that is? Now let's talk about offer. I want to hear what is your current offer. How much is it? How much you're selling it for? Who wants to go first?
So I have a coaching offer at the moment, which is it's £7,500 for 10 sessions.
Okay.
To date, I've not managed to sell one at that price, but I have sold for half that, and I now have sold for slightly more than half that. But that's the price I was advised to go in at.
Okay.
Which is a complete stretch in terms of where I've come from. I mean, it's a massive stretch from where I've come from. But equally, it's significantly less than a lot of other people charge. So it's well above average.
Yes.
And I'm growing into it.
Thank you for sharing that. And I will share with you guys in a moment what's the fastest way to give yourself a raise literally whenever you want. And by raise, I don't mean $1, £1 a year, but I mean 500 to 1,000, 2,000 pounds regularly. Bertha, tell us your offer.
I don't know about offer yet. What at the moment I work full-time NHS nurse, but my program that I wanted to have the retreat about is a rekindle couples retreat, which is about my book, Practical Steps in Building Marital Bonds, which I have done a plan program, 2 days, 1 night at a hotel. And, I was scared of charging because the church populates, we teach them free anyway.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I've been doing that free because it's part of the church system. So I said 295 pounds for 1 night, 2 days, going to go for a conference. I knew I was going to probably add some money to it if it came on. But 3 people registered, 3 couples registered, but they all gave excuses. Eventually, I was sick and it didn't come on. But that is how scared I am. And I know the value of what I'm going to give. I've planned a workbook, a manual that would take them for a year to revisit quarterly, weekly, and the rest. But they already used to, because that's the population of people I could access then.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just have to, if I want to carry on, then I need to maybe use podcasts or different means of getting clients from outside the church populate. If not, for the church, it won't work.
Yes, I hear you. It really pains me to hear that you have an amazing gift, but yet people don't see it yet. And most importantly, that you feel that you should not charge money. And for that, because people are used to getting it for free.
Yeah.
And now need to change that to get put yourself in front of a different crowd, different market, the people that are your exact ideal audience, people that completely match your zone of genius and respond to that relate to that, resonate with that. And that's what I'm telling you in a moment. Thank you for sharing that, Bertha.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Michele, What's your offer?
Yes. Oh, I haven't got that far yet, but I have started the process. I've already started working on the website
Mhm.
and getting certain things in place. So I'm very early stages. I wasn't even thinking about anything like that prior to Monday's, the start of this week. So yeah, I will be keeping contact if you're still keeping the group open with the
Yeah,
progress. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm feeling ready, and I think this is the third time this has knocked on my door, and I think I just need to action it now.
Sure. No worries. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I'm cheering for you. We're all cheering for you.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Christine.
Oh, ah, yeah, where am I? I have got so much work to do at the moment, but it is long-term work.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to manage my time so that I can do this. I must admit, I hadn't thought of being the host.
Mm-hmm.
I had thought maybe my future was always being the guest
Mm-hmm.
because I've still got a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
So being the host, I think you don't talk so much. You ask questions and then you leave people to answer. So I think I'm going to have to do a mixture of both, some being the host and some being the guest, so I can get my message out there. Regarding time, I'm in a difficult position because 5 years ago it was Europe that were paying me. I didn't have to seek work from one-to-one guests. So I could put together a bid which included something that would pay me because for project managing it. So then Europe would pay me. Europe presently pay about €500 per day
That's
for
it?
project management.
Wow.
That's it, yeah. Which isn't an enormous amount, but the thing is, you have got 2 to 3 years consistency. So that you knew once they signed the contract, then they were going to continue to pay you. So yeah, so it's for me, it's always been about where do I get short-term funding from, because I have to pay the overheads, and people think that you keep doing things for free, but you've still got to pay your overheads.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I think for me, it's got to be continuing to look for where are the clients who value what I do and are prepared to pay me.
How much you charge usually for whenever you're doing what is it? You craft a proposal for a client for them to seek funding. How much do you charge them?
Well, again, I don't. It's on, everybody does bid writing on a
Okay.
what they call no win, no fee.
Mm.
So you don't get paid at all if the bid doesn't get through. So when I was doing European bids, again, that wasn't a problem because I knew I was going to get paid at the end of the day. But
Okay.
now,
I see.
yeah,
Okay.
it's still going to be difficult. I
Okay.
think the only thing I can do is generate some income from what I've already done, what I've done in the past.
Yes.
Which is what we talked about with you. My first 2 podcasts with you is what I've already done. That has to have a value.
Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you for sharing. All right, cool. Now let's move on. Let's take out numbers. Let's project. Let's think big, or in some cases, even just a couple of steps ahead of us. Let's say your current offer is $2,000, pounds or euros. And if you were to get just one client a month to your podcast organically, that would equate to $24,000 a year, which is not too shabby. Now, if you were to get one paying client a week, that's when it starts adding up. One client a week with $2,000 a pop, that's over $100,000. That's a tidy sum. All of that by just having conversation, without chasing, without begging, none of that nonsense. Again, the magic happens when you go all in and you do one podcast episode a day, Monday to Friday, 5 a week. Each day you interview one prospect. As long as your offer is on point and you bring the right people, then there is no reason why you should not get at least one client a week. Like for someone like you, James, while he has a service, a program, you mentioned your desired outcome is a 7,500 pounds. I'll show you the path how to get there. But even if you were to get one client at even half of that, 3,500 pounds a week, organically, just through your podcast, how would you like that?
Well, it would make a big difference. I mean, there's various offers, but yeah, the maths is fine. It's getting clarity on the offer, because the offer that's going to be coming is going to be it's for something completely different. It'll be the online program.
Yes.
And that's the challenge. But you know,
Yes.
the math is there.
Yes, absolutely. Let's move on. I'm gonna show you the path to get there. So now we are at crossroad. We have two options. We can either say, oh, that's nice and dandy, but doesn't apply to me. Keep doing nothing, keep doing what you've been doing and get the same results. Or you can do something completely drastic that can change your business, your trajectory, your life, your destiny, and all that. And ask yourself a very powerful question, and that is, how can I get my exact ideal leads on demand organically without spamming, even if I have no audience? And that is by launching your very own profitable podcast and YouTube channel, the way I've been sharing with you. Even though I've given you so much information so far, that's only the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that goes into this. So let's take a look further. I have a very special invitation for you guys to invite you from my next academy, which kicks off on Monday, the 10th of February. This is for the US time zone, but for the UK is going to be at 12 noon on Monday. I'm going to share with you, if I may, about my academy. It's going to be 3-week program. I'll be working with you one-on-one. It's a small group setting. I cap it on purpose to 5 to 7 students on purpose, so I can work with you guys on a one-on-one basis, just like I've done here, so I can help you and serve you at the highest level. We'll do one live coaching call on Mondays at 12 noon UK time. Then you will get one daily video lesson for the rest of those 3 weeks. And I will also add in an extra bonus Q&A call at the start of the week to go over anything we covered before we kick off the next week. We'll have a small group, private Facebook group, Messenger, and WhatsApp group. You will have my full, committed, unparalleled support. It will be my number one priority in those 3-4 weeks, however long it's going to take. And we'll also have world-class expert inside the academy, just like my publisher, Mary Gooden, my copywriter, press release, and so on and so forth. Here's the structure of the 4-week. Week 1, we're going to dive very deep into identifying your zone of genius. What I shared with you was powerful, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. Because if I were to share everything, it would be a 4-week program. So we're going to go very deep into identifying your zone of genius. Then we're going to take that information, that gold, and week 2, we're going to use that to build your irresistible offer. Basically, what we're doing, we're not just launching a podcast. We're building you a business built around your zone of genius, around your 2 gifts. And week 3, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make money. That's my favorite week, money. And I'm going to share that with you in a moment. And I'll even throw an extra 4th week as a bonus, as a support week to help you in any way, shape, or form that you will need me. I'll be there for you guys. So this is the structure. Now let's dive deeper. What we'll be building together. Again, I'm going to be going deep into identifying your true zone of genius and true gifts. We're going to be building your high-ticket offer that is at least $1,000 at the bare minimum. I would highly recommend at least $2,000 to $5,000, but at the very basic, bare bone, at least $1,000 pound or euros. If you already have an existing program, we're going to make it even better. I'm going to show you how to build an irresistible offer built on your zone of genius. If you don't have an offer yet, if you're just starting, that's a perfect place to be, because we're going to work together to identify your zone of genius and build your offer around that. I'm going to show you how to properly price your offer so you don't play small, you don't undercharge yourself from the get-go. We're going to be building your program the smart way, the exact same way all the big boys, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, all those guys have been doing it. And I'm going to be sharing with you the path to getting your first paying client in as little as 30 days from the moment that you launch your podcast. How does that sound for you guys? Are you excited?
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at week by week. So week 1, we're going to be looking at your zone of genius. We're going to doing deep work to get laser focused clarity, because clarity is the name of the game, to really identify your true zone of genius and gift. And then once we have that, we will know exactly with laser precision what is the number one pain point you're addressing and you're solving, and for who. And then where is that person hanging out, and simply putting ourselves in front of them and inviting them and having conversation with them. This is what we're going to do on week 1. What I shared with you in one day on Wednesday about zone of genius, we're going to spend an entire week way deeper to really identify that. On week 2, we're going to take the information, the goal from week 1, which is the zone of genius, and then we're going to literally be building your offer, crafting your message, and ultimately building your program. So we're doing way more than just launching a podcast. I'm going to be showing you how to build and structure your offer the right way. I'm going to clearly be helping you clearly outline your quantifiable, measurable end result of your offer. As I shared with you yesterday, that is a non-negotiable, a must that your offer must have. Your quantifiable, measurable end result. That's a make or break. We're going to be building that for you, for your situation, around your zone of genius. And we're going to build your program in a way that it's not based on selling your time or information, but on providing true transformation, transformative transformation. And I'm going to show you how to price your offer the right way to make it a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer, so that when your audience, when they see your offer, they will feel stupid saying no to. And then we're going to be putting it together to create your irresistible offer around all of that. In week 3, this is the one I'm really excited. This is Money Week. I'm going to be sharing with you exactly all the ways that I've been using successfully to make money. The first part is I'm going to be sharing with you how to leverage Facebook groups to get visibility and build your audience from scratch. Facebook group, an absolute gold mine. For the first 3.5 years, 100% of my clients have come from Facebook groups. I'm going to be showing you how to build your winning program from scratch without spending a penny or a second, by just implementing what I'm going to be showing you. Then I'm going to show you, once we build your program, how to get your first paying client in as little as 30 days. But if you do have any audience, even if it's only 10 people, you can literally get your first paying client in the next 7 to 10 days. This is how powerful that is. And then I'm going to be sharing with you something that completely took my business from a hobby to an actual business, and that is running your very first profitable 5-day challenge, just like the one you've been attending. Hosting your own 5-day challenge is the fastest way, the best way to get high-ticket clients. This is how all the big boys, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, all those guys, this is how they've been getting clients left and right and been able to do 6, 7, 8-figure months. So a 5-day challenge is incredibly powerful. I'm going to show you exactly how to run your own. And then the last one, it's probably my favorite, and that is leveraging testimonials to charge more, not only initially, but also give yourself a raise very regularly. The rule of thumb is every 10 to 15 glowing testimonials you get, you can give yourself a raise. And by raise, I don't mean $1, £1 per year. I mean $500, $1,000, $2,000 a pound every time you get 5 to 10 new testimonials. Because again, people want transformation. They don't want information. They want to see that you can get them results. And the best way to convey that is through testimonials. I shared with you the story of my coach, Jay Lee. Is a killer ninja sales closer, doing over 8 figures, but he was a former pastor who struggled. And he started his first class of helping people to sell without being lazy in September of 2021. He was only charging $500 in the first class. He got a bunch of people, and then he did something that completely changed his life, and that was he spent the next 30 days getting as many testimonials as he could. He was able to get 43 90-second video testimonials. That allowed them to go from charging $500 to literally $10,000, so 20x from one class to another in 30 days. Because again, what people want as results, and the best way to convey that is to trust testimonials. So testimonials, absolute game changer when you do it the right way. This is why I always recommend all my students, my clients, whenever you get on a call with someone, as long as you help them and provided value, do not leave the call without asking them for a testimonial. Something as simple as, hey, Mary, hey, John, Christine, Michele, James, Bertha, I would love to get your feedback on as to how this call has helped to get the clarity you wanted or helped you. Simple, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, and those are absolutely gold, because the more of those you get, guess what? The more you can charge. Do you guys see how powerful that is? So testimony is what's gonna really get you to where you want. You mentioned, James, that right now you're charging just around half of what you want to charge. The best way to get to where you want to charge is to focus on getting testimonials. They don't have to be extensive, 25-minute with a TV crew, no. Next time you get on a call with a client, even a prospect, provide as much value as you can, help them really, sincerely, and at the end of the call, say, hey, Mary, hey, John, would you mind, we did a quick 90-second testimonial as to how this call has been helpful for you. And just ask them, how has this call been helpful? And what way did it provide you with clarity? And how is this clarity now going to help you in your business moving forward? Those 3 simple questions. And then this is why when I go to events, networking events, when people ask me, hey, Payman, nice to meet you. What do you do? I don't say I'm a podcaster, I'm a publisher, I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, none of that. My answer by default is I'm a collector. Oh, what do you collect? I collect success stories. What do you mean? Well, my business is about making sure my clients win. So what does that mean? Then you really get them excited, when you get them really curious, as opposed to just waiting their turn to speak or ending the conversation. Because if you answer a question with what you do with the title, then you've been boxed in their mind, they can't wait to end the conversation. But if you really focus on what is the impact, that's a game changer. You really get their attention, because remember, as I said, attention is the #1 currency in the world of business. How do you catch it, and then how do you keep it? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How does that sound so far?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, here's what I invite you to do. Book a call with me for next week, or even tomorrow if you want. I don't take calls on the weekend, but for this class, I'd be happy to do so, because I really want you guys to really see how this can transform your business, your life, and help you as much as possible. Book a call with me, 30-minute brainstorming, and answer any question you may have, and we can brainstorm to see how we can implement all of these into your business. So again, one thing I really want to clarify, we're not just launching a podcast. And I tell everyone I talk to, if all you're looking for is for you to launch a podcast, you don't need me. Just get a microphone from your local store and go on YouTube. You have all the information for free. But what we're doing, we're identifying your zone of genius. We're building a bulletproof business, which is all built around your zone of genius, your gifts. We're building you an impactful, profitable business through podcasting. Podcasting is simply the platform that we're going to use to leverage, to get our foot in the door, to connect, to have conversation with our audience. And as part of this program, you're 60 days away from having a reliable 30 to 60 days away from having a reliable system where you can get leads on demand and clients organically, even if you have no audience and without spamming. And that is to having your own profitable podcast and YouTube channel, which is built around your zone of genius, around your gift, built around extreme laser focused clarity. This is what we're doing. So here's a question. If I were to help you make an extra $50,000, pounds, or euro this year, would that be worth for you to pay me $5,000? If I can guarantee you to get you an extra 50K minimum. As I said earlier, numbers don't lie. Let's go back a few slides. See, if you do one podcast episode a month, one podcast episode a week, as long as your offer is on point and you get the right people, then you should be able to get at least one client a month. If you do one podcast a day, Monday to Friday, that's when the magic happens. You invite the right people, you have clarity, your offer is on point. This is exactly all the things we work together and will help you inside the academy. Then there's no reason why you should not get one client a week. And if you add those, even at 2,000 a pop, which is what, 1,600 pounds, that adds up to over 100,000. You see, the numbers don't lie. So again, if I were to show you and make you to make an extra 50K this year, would you pay me 5,000? Now, the good news is it's not going to cost you anywhere near 5,000. No, if you go on my website, it's currently priced at $5,000, and it's going to go to $6,000, $5,000, but 4,000 pounds. But I'm going to do something very special for you guys. Even though on my website it says $1,000 scholarship and your investment is only $4,000 or 3,000 pounds, I'm going to do something I haven't done before. I'm going to give you guys a 2,000 pound scholarship. So your tuition is only 2,000 pounds to get going. This is an offer I'm making only for you guys. For me, my coach is literally threatening me to kick me out of the program. I paid him $10,000 because he said this should be at least a $10,000 program. But I say, no, for me, it's not about the money. It's not a money grab. I really want to help make it a no-brainer for the people that really need the most. So this is why I'm keeping it at only, well, currently it's $5,000, 4,000 pounds, but I'm going to give you guys a 2,000 pound scholarship. So your tuition is only 2,000 pounds. That's as a no-brainer as it can get. This is my offer for you guys. I'm not pitching, I'm inviting. And I would love nothing more than to be able to help every single one of you guys inside the next Academy class on Monday, the 10th of February. Any questions, any comments, anything, bring them on.
That's a very generous offer.
Thank you. And I really, because again, I've been blessed. Podcasting changed my life, transformed it, saved it. Now I'm in a phase of my life I want to give back. I want to inspire others. This is why I've put together this 5-day challenge. I went over and beyond. I have a coach that taught me what I needed to do about how to run a successful 5-day challenge. And she was telling me, keep it short, 30 minutes. But for me, I went over and beyond. Calls were over an hour. I stayed over 2 hours today with you guys, 2 hours yesterday, 2 hours this morning, because again, I really want to help as much as possible to make you guys see the true potential, tremendous potential of podcasting when done the right way.
Payment?
Yes, sir.
Extremely generous. I have to deliver a son to his rugby training.
Okay.
We're going to be late. It's been worth it. I will be in touch with you.
Please book a time with me for this week, and we'll brainstorm together, and
I will be in touch.
Every question. All right. Thank you,
my friend.
James. Very welcome.
Always a pleasure. See you all later.
Same here. Same here.
Take care.
Christine, any question?
No, it's a very fair offer. It's amazing. I'm just wondering if the time is right for me. I've got to bring some money in to be able to pay you. So yeah. I would love to do it. I would love to do it.
You know,
I just need to think.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Noted. Bertha, what are your thoughts? Any questions, comments? And then
Yeah, thank you. I think I've got a time with you afterwards.
Yes.
So I'll talk with you.
Sure. Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Sounds good. Michele, tell me what's on your mind.
I'm like that. I feel I'm not at that stage. I think at that stage right now, but I will be. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't No, I didn't know anything about this course. I kind of came into these sessions blind. Gifty just said, you need to come on these sessions. I said, okay. And I'm glad she did. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, and I
Yeah.
do want to catch up with you
Sure.
and do some brainstorming.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then take it from there. I feel I need to play catch up with everybody else because you guys are way ahead of me. So I need to catch up a little bit.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate your candid feedback. One thing I will tell you, and I've mentioned that before, do not compare yourself with others.
Okay.
Don't compare your step number 2 with someone's step number 25. You're exactly
And you did
to
say
be.
that in the sessions.
Yeah, you're exactly where you're meant to be.
Right, okay.
Just like when you get in a car on the highway, there's multiple lines. Every car is on their way. Some get faster, some get later, but they will get there. And your only competition is the Michele of yesterday. Your only goal is to get 1% better today than you were yesterday, doing whatever that will require. Just 1%, not 50%. If you can do 1% better each day than the previous day, within a month, you're going to be 30% better. Within a year, you'll be a completely 3 times and over different person. So 1%, 1%, 1%. And the fact that you feel that you're not there yet, that's the best place to be because there's only one way to go. We've all been blessed with phenomenal gifts, talents, wisdoms, and this program is exactly that. Again, it's not just about launching a podcast. We're going to be building you an impactful, purposeful, and very profitable business around your zone of genius. The central point of this is going to be identifying your zone of genius, your gift, and then we're going to take that and build your offer, craft your messaging, and literally build your business around your zone of genius. So all you have to do is just share your story of whatever challenge, crap you've overcome in your life by speaking from the heart. Because what people want, as I said, is authenticity. People they can relate with, resonate with, identify with. So the fact that you feel that you're just at the starting stage, honestly, that's a blessing. That's the best place to be. Because there's only one way to go. And just imagine you're sitting in front of a blank Canva. You don't have anything that's going to confuse you, that's going to make you, and all that. It's completely blank. That's the best place to be. Some of you mentioned money. I'd be very happy to spread the payment and 2 monthly payments. So £1,000 a month to make it easier for you guys. Because again, for me, it's not about the money. It's about really making it as a no-brainer as possible for you guys. If it was for me a money grab, I would price it at $10,000, which is what, 8,000 pounds, something like that. But for me, it's not about that. I know what it means to be broke. I've been there. And I've also been on the side where I've made thousands a day. So I know both. And now I'm in a mission to help as many people identify the zone of genius, find their voice, so they can start amplifying the impact and making the type of money they deserve to further amplify the impact. It all starts with saying yes and doing something that's going to change. Because if you keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome, that's not going to happen. As I said earlier, we're all now at the crossroad. You have 2 options. You can either say, oh, this is cool, but it's not for me. I'm not there. I'm not. Or you can just ask yourself a powerful question that's going to completely change the course of your destiny, of your life, of your business. And that is, how can I change that? How can I implement that into my life, my business? Questions are incredibly powerful. If you watch my TED Talk, you will know. This is what saved me, literally. So again, I'm willing to work with you, do whatever I can to make it as a no-brainer, as seamless, as painless as possible to get you guys going and have you in the academy class Monday the 10th. If it's time, it's only 1 hour. It's 1 live coaching call on Mondays, and the rest of the week you get 1 daily video lesson, which is about 20 to 30 minutes a day for 3 weeks. I'm not going to ask you to sit with me for 10 hours a day. I know you guys love me, but hey, I want to enjoy life too. So time is, listen, we need to stop making excuses. Now it's time to stop playing small, step into the person we're meant to be. Because, you know, the people that are cheering for you the most, as I mentioned earlier to the class in the US and also to you guys before, there are people around you cheering for you, but there's the most important people cheering for you. You know who they are? Your current customers, your current clients. They're just waiting for you to step up, to stop playing small, to get going, to get started. They're cheering for you. And the 5D, they're already with you, but they just need for you to bridge the gap from the 3D and the 5D to get there. It all starts with saying yes to your dreams, to stop playing small, embracing your gifts, your wisdoms, not being afraid, or God forbid, ashamed of your past, of the sin you made, because these are your gifts. The more painful a challenge, a chapter in your life was, the more transformational, impactful, and purposeful, and very profitable that is going to be for you. So enough preaching for me. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do you see how powerful that is? So again, no more excuses. It's only 2,000 pounds, 1,000 pounds a month for 2 months, 1 hour a day. And you will have a system within 30 days that's going to allow you to get leads on demand with your exact ideal audience. That's my offer, my invitation. You have my Calendly, book a time with me. Let's answer any question you may have and make it happen.
I've got a time booked with you next week, I think.
Let me check.
I'd like to discuss that with you.
Sure. Let me check 1 second. My Calendly. Next week is going to be.
I need to go.
Yeah. 1 second. 1 second. Let me check.
Thank you for everything, and thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure meeting. Will we still keep the WhatsApp group
Yes.
open?
Yes.
So we can update everybody on our progress.
Yes. So I see here I have a call with Christine on Monday at 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock my time, which is 11 a.m. your time.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I booked.
Okay.
My mother's birthday, so that should bring us. She's looking down.
When?
Monday, the 3rd.
Oh wow, that's amazing. How young is she gonna be?
She's gone now, Payman. She's gone.
Oh, she's with angels. Okay.
She's with the angels, yeah. But you never forget the date, do you?
Absolutely not.
No.
They're always around you.
Yes.
And in your heart, cheering for you, praying for you, guiding you.
Yeah.
I see. I have a
call. Yeah, I will speak to you.
Okay.
I will definitely. I just have to work out the logistics.
Sure. I have a call with George on Thursday at 10 a.m. your time. George, you still here?
No, she's gone.
Okay.
She put a message in the chat and she's gone.
I will check with him. Okay.
I need to go as well, please.
Yeah.
No
I could do with her details.
Okay.
You could get them via WhatsApp if you send her a message.
I don't think she's in LinkedIn, is she? No.
She's on
she's in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I will message her.
Okay.
Anyways, ladies, thank you so much for your time, for your trust.
Thank you so much. It's been invaluable. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Please book a time with me, Michele, to have a chat.
I will do, definitely.
And I'm looking forward to helping you guys. Take care. God bless.
Okay.
Bertha,
Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
I'm looking for a call now.